So that's the fall right there.
All right, here we go. Straight politicking on all you suckers. And we back with Munchie B, the mayor. Spider Loke, the most easy, is back.
Yeah.
And you got your car back after 6 months. Can you believe that? Your car got stolen 6 months ago. We thought it was in Mexico, but you got a phone call that they found your car and probably in a homeless encampment.
Man, it was taken. I have a bad habit. I had a bad habit for all of my life. Comfortable in the jungle, jump out, jewelry, key in ignition, go in, patronize businesses, and I be loose with it. It's never caused me any type of issues. June 25th, 2024 in Compton, California, patronizing a local establishment. I practiced my usual hop out, leave the key in ignition, came out, my vehicle was no longer there. So I reported it stolen, and that's all I could do. It was so close to Alameda, I assumed at some point that it just fell victim to the market over there. It's a lot of auto body, glass, repair, all that type of all up and down Alameda from Compton down in the Watts. So I just assumed you can even get a car demolished. I know that from experience through the years. So I just had kind of gave up on it. However, a week ago, at best, I got a call from the Torrance Police Department, kind of spooked me. I'm like, damn, but then they was like, ask for Curtis Williams. I'm like, this is he. And they said, you have a car that's reported stolen, correct? Yeah. And I'm like, you located it? Yeah. And someone apparently had tried to go to a lot and sell it as if they didn't realize that it was a hot vehicle. So, yeah, they asked me if I want to press charges. Of course, I denied the opportunity to press charges, but I had to go turn it to a burden and a blessing because, you have to go and get it out of storage.
You gotta pay for being a victim.
Yeah, I got to pay for being a victim. I had a window was busted out of it. Seen someone was living in the vehicle.
All right, well, congratulations on that. I know it's going to cost you a pretty penny, but you got your cool little nice car back, though.
Well, yeah, my little homie, Baby Selm, he got his auction license, and he frequents the auction, and he always posting something that look clean and slick for the load, and I always try to wiggle him down a few dollars, drive it for a few weeks or months, and then make a couple dollars off of it. So it was just something that I keep, I always like to be in something different, low-key. I kind of stick out in public, so I like to switch up on him as often as I can. Shout out to BS, though, my love.
All right, well, congratulations on that. You missed an episode last week when
I hate missing episodes, man.
It's all good. Me and Munchie held it down.
I don't like that, though.
But we did a reaction to Snoopy.
Y'all was lit.
Snoopy Badass's 3 clips, his 3 Instagram rants where he was suffering from delusions of grandeur, and he hit that clip with a copyright strike. It's the very first time. It's the very first time where I got hit with a copyright strike by someone where the video was taken down. That's never happened before.
We know you over there making them feel like, yeah, you fucking with.
No, let me tell you though.
Okay.
I appealed it.
Okay.
And I told YouTube that I want to take this to court. I said this is a legitimate reaction. Munchie and I legitimately reacted. The 14 minutes of his 3-minute clip does not represent a copyright strike. It represents a fair use, in my opinion.
Criticism.
Yeah, so I explained that to them. So now they sent it back to him, and he's got 10 days to come up with a court order saying that I violated his copyright. So now he's got like 7 days left. So by the time we drop our next episode, that video of Munchie and myself should be back up on YouTube.
Lisa, advice just from onlooker. I know you try to pass as a professional, legal professional. Please have someone of the profession to proofread anything you present as an actual legal response statement or a document, because it'd be obvious that should be homemade, homegrown.
But have you seen at least, 10, 15 people react to it? Nina Boy got a whole video on it. All their videos is up except mine.
But in his world of the metaverse, you probably occupy a unique position as a nemesis, an irritant, or someone that has gotten up under his skin.
Maybe I think it's more Munchie than myself.
The combination probably doesn't do him any.
Because Munchie's actually went in on him like big time.
It's the combination, of course. But
hey, Munchie went in on him so hard one time on a video that got, I think it's 130,000 views. Munch.
Yeah.
I mean, but comedy can fill a whole lot of gaps where actual facts and content can't, bro.
I mean, it might have been funny, but I was dead serious.
Oh yeah.
I thought you said the opposite.
That video, he went in so hard. There was a couple things he said that I think I was off camera on that one.
How much he said?
Yeah, I was off camera.
bad.
I was off camera cringing at some of the stuff.
I understood it to
Alice
be the
came in,
reverse.
he-
Said about the homie. My bad. I didn't even understand.
Alice came back like, oh, damn, I kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
Actually, he didn't.
No, I literally did, because when Munchie said I'm smoking on Nook Nook tonight, that was
Yeah, because he brung up one of my dear friends is resting in peace,
exactly. I felt that.
and asked why I don't go hard on this Crip gang over here, but go hard on the Stink team. And it's like, why go hard on the Crip gang that we've been at odds with since the 1970s? You don't even on the after snitching, bro. Stop doing that, bro. Free that man. Let him come home. I'm not like you. I want that man to come home and we get justice how we get it. You want TC to sit where he at. Free TC, bro. His family want him home. If he killed an innocent person, well, guess what? He doing the time for it. That ain't your job to keep him there. You got to understand, and you told. Period. You didn't do nothing for Worm when you had the chance, when you was in front of the dude that blew his brains out. And guess who else? Guess who else you didn't do shit for? Mr. Henry, your little brother, Nook Nook. You didn't do nothing for him. Sapos. The hood, the Hispanics out there in Banning. Murked your brother, bro. Did it in 2017. Was hanging on the streets. All this time to 2021. And wasn't touched, bro. On social media, hanging out, not hiding. Killed your brother in cold blood. And you did nothing about it and had 4 years to do it. Don't ask why nobody's messing with the rolling hundreds. Don't worry about IFG and the rolling hundreds. That's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm not about to talk about no violence with them black men. That's Inglewood and rolling hundred business. But I get it. You sympathize with Ralphie because he didn't do nothing when his brother got killed. I get it. Killer Rink Stink Team. I get it. Ralphie didn't do nothing. He ran and left his brother. He didn't retaliate. And your brother got killed in 2017. They hung on the streets to 2021. And with no consequence. One of them Mexicans is PC. The other one still on the main line. Free that man. Because everybody that they deserve a second chance at life. You know what I'm saying? He might not be in the same place he was when he did what he did to your bitch ass brother. And I don't even smoke weed, but I'm smoking on Nook Nook tonight for sure. You brung up Red Bull, so guess what? Fuck Worm, nigga. IFG. Fuck Worm and fuck Nook Nook, nigga. You didn't ride or do nothing for him, so why the fuck you even speaking on anything gang related as far as Inglewood and Rolling Honeys? Leave it alone.
Let a zombie come back from the dead and say something quirky to spark, you know what I'm saying, your reaction. It's like him being in a dodgeball game, getting hit with the ball, and now he's still dancing around dodging the ball. The nigga not even in the game. Like, you so high up on the pedestal of public figures representing what y'all both supposedly represented that you don't deserve your attention no more, man. Oh my mama.
I think it's just pure comedy though.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only value he offers to anybody that comes across his content is comedy.
And it ain't like he's getting a shout out or we praising him. I diagnosed him on the last episode.
Y'all was lit.
And I think the diagnosis is 100% factual.
And you was flamed up, Alex.
And I was wearing a lot of blue. That in the comments, like
y'all was kicking Cack be a bull.
But I got a call after that. Whack 100 name came across my screen. I didn't answer because the conversation could go only one way, and I ain't trying to be yelling on the phone. And niggas,
somebody in my comments act like you and Hold On Honey had some recent conversations.
No. We did. I brought it up where I hit a few people and I asked, and he was like the last person I text. I said, "Hey, do Rose got an Instagram?" He instead of responding to the text, he called. He called and then he gave me the Instagram and then we conversated and then it went left. He hung up in my face. That was it.
Well, guess who else was wearing all blue in a very poppin' video that's going viral right now? All blue Dodger hat, blue hoodie, blue kicks.
K-Dot.
K-Dot.
Oh, he put and that's the hat I had a LA blue LA hat on that day, and I forgot to turn it around and tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause LA, we winning right now.
Yeah, LA's on top.
Yeah.
LA's on top. I don't think LA's on top like it was in 1988 because the Lakers won the championship and the Dodgers won the World Series in the same year.
The Lakers have action this year?
I don't think so.
Hey, I'm glad he just asked, do the Lakers got action this year? You know what somebody pointed out? Every year that K-Dot dropped, the Warriors won. They won it all. Every year that he dropped,
And the Warriors
won.
They won too right now.
Yeah, and they third in the West right now.
Yeah, they got 3 already? The Warriors?
4, I thought.
I can't call it.
Yeah, but that video was dope.
Yeah, man, he put no man. I think the West back out in front. You know what I mean? The South had it for so long consecutively. You know what I mean?
Do you think that it's going to take? Because when you say the South, you have to talk about a whole lot of people.
The whole region. That's what I'm saying. When people they try to, the West is really only California. Because who popping out of no disrespect, but these other states is on the Western region.
What's crazy? Nobody's ever came out of Portland that blew up. Nobody's ever came out of Seattle that's blew up. No, Seattle had Sir Mix-a-Lot, right? Remember Sir Mix-a-Lot? Yeah, Seattle. He was Seattle, but
Yeah, but
in modern time, there's no Seattle, Portland rappers.
Exhibit. He from
have known that.
he from Albuquerque, but he don't claim. He claim L.A. But
I wouldn't have known he was from.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. I think he's Seattle, but go ahead, Munch.
basically, I'm just saying the East Coast got Jersey, D.C., Philly, New York, versus we just got California. Then the South got all the Southern region. You know what I'm saying? Everything down there, all these different states combined, and so when they compare regions, it's California versus this region.
Whatever accolades that E40 receives does not come to the West.
No. I said California. That's California, bro.
Okay.
I'm talking about Northern and Southern California.
Oh, you saying outside of California, they don't give us nobody else's credit?
I don't want to disrespect nobody, man. And then I don't go far back as y'all go, cause I be lost sometimes.
But I ain't gonna lie though. When I think of West, outside of Colorado, kind of comes to my mind. Outside of that, all I think is California.
The West got to be. You got to throw Nevada.
Oh yeah, Nevada,
Arizona, California, and then the Pacific Northwest of Washington and Oregon.
But that's what I'm saying. We got
to. That holds the statement to be kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear some big names that came out of them states.
Well, Sir Mix-a-Lot grew up in Seattle Central District. I think he's the biggest thing to ever come out of the Pacific Northwest.
And that's why I said.
And that was like when you was born, Munch.
That's why I said, y'all, I be lost sometimes. I be stuck being here right quiet. You had a concert one episode. You was kicking a little rap on him. I don't know. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to remember one of Sir Mix-a-Lot's songs right now. My Posse's on Broadway.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he was the first song,
big
booty
old
song.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, see, I don't know what y'all talking about. So I'll have to go back in time with y'all, you know what I'm saying, if I had to pull somebody
No, you had to have heard that booty song by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
He heard both of them, but he just probably can't bring them quick to recollection. He heard both the songs.
He
grew up.
Probably heard the song, just didn't know who was
Baby
behind
of the
it.
culture. So.
But I don't know if he ever put on other Seattle rappers. Man, Seattle should be huge by now.
It's probably, he reigns too many years. But you know what? With SIBO, Seattle was on the cutting edge of the technology when the studio equipment went from analog to digital. I think Microsoft was located somewhere close to Seattle. But that's the first place in the 90s I went and found studios where it was just a computer and a screen and everything. None of the all the hardware was gone. It was like tons of them in Seattle first. And they used to tell me it's because Microsoft or something was close to Silicon Valley. Am I right?
Yeah. They were they're in the Pacific Northwest. But what do you think of Kendrick wearing all blue and then spelling whacked out murals with 2 C's?
He's showing love and paying homage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a West Coast thing, red and blue. You know what I'm saying? He didn't spell whacked out the way he's supposed to be spelled, but like, you know what I'm saying?
And then had a Broadway Crip in the background.
Oh yeah, but BG Perico, he spent a lot of time in Compton. He be everywhere. He blend in with everybody.
And BG Preco has always been the epitome of independent eliteness with the industry. He ain't never been off or out the pocket with whoever was popping. I met him in a Nipsey session a long time ago. We was just chilling. And then everything I've seen from him since then, I'm not surprised for him to find himself in such a coveted spot at a time like this.
I like everything he dropped after not dealing with Rock Nation. So I want to do that. Got anything to do with having freedom to do what you want and drop what you want. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know how much freedom he lacked, but it might be freedom mentally to just not have the pressure to try to
be to the industry.
Yes,
right.
There you go. Like, I'm gonna just do what I feel comfortable doing.
Shout out Enterprise Click. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
Since he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, left for my nigga Puto on my mama, so I got a lot of respect for Perico.
We'll try to get him up out here. That's 211 boy. Me and 211 just talking about it.
Shout out to 211, man. Where that nigga at?
I had him up there last week.
It's my nigga, man.
Yeah, we're gonna drop that any day now. We got a new DA in town. I just wanted to shout that out. I read an article where he's saying he's in the center politically. He ain't really far right, and he's gonna keep some of the policies in place. But one thing is, he said that he's gonna reverse some of the policies that cause crime to go up. And I'm saying, bro, crime ain't up.
Why we shouting it out in such a positive fashion?
Shouting it out or announcing it?
We want him to maintain some of the policies that Gascon had in place, and he said he would, except for the ones that cause crime to go up, which got me scratching my head because crime ain't up.
We just gotta wait and see what he mean by that.
Before I could co-sign the shout out, I want to express my feelings, my sentiments.
We'll call it an announcement.
They
Nathan Hochman.
They align with all those behind the wall that was pushing for Gascon. I currently, I'm on the same exact page they on. I'm not really sure what they own, but I know how hard they was pressing me to like use my platform to promote Gascons.
And the Menendez brothers, they got another court date coming up, and we're gonna find out where Nathan Hochman really stands in terms of his decision with the Menendez brothers.
I think that might take off on a whole nother trajectory.
This go change a lot of things if it go in their favor for
the
people
future.
That's locked up.
It's the LWOPs.
It's gonna change case law. It's gonna change a lot of things, and people you never think you'll see walking around again. They might got a chance at freedom again.
And guess what? If in the overall perspective of society, if you start letting convicted murderers and lifers out, the crime rate is going to go up. So
it ain't.
If you heard the preface of my statement, I said according to the perspective of general society.
Okay.
If you allow these type of individuals to be released back to society, that is what's going to happen. So when he says he's going to oppose some of Gascon's policies, but not the ones that are causing the crime rate to go up, you got to be careful with what he's actually saying.
Well, I'm glad I said no, they ain't, and you just broke it down in layman's terms like that because it just sounded different.
Because that's usually whose opinions weigh in. Because niggas like us not going to vote, so it's the general.
I vote though, bro.
Oh, you voted this last year's?
Yeah, I always vote.
You voted for Trump?
I held my vote on the president part.
Always I held.
Oh, you didn't vote for Cornel West?
You didn't either.
But
That's
I'm
your
just
boy.
saying, but how you go from always to I held in that quick of a statement?
Right,
Being real, I know.
Let me read a couple of paragraphs.
There's other things to vote. I voted on things about housing and things like that.
No, I avoid absolutes like always because you'll find yourself in that position often if you say things like always.
All right, new top prosecutor for the nation's largest county is taking office on this week with a promise to usher in a tough on crime approach after LA voters took heightened anxiety over crime and public safety. Nathan Hochman, a former Republican candidate for California Attorney General and federal prosecutor, is the new LA DA. The 61-year-old lifelong Angelino describes himself as a centrist and ran as a registered independent, vowing to both reject mass incarceration and to crack down on many of the progressive progressive policies championed by George Gascon.
And I voted for Gascon. That's what I mean. I always vote.
But you see, they summarized his whole campaign on flipping Gascon's energy on the system. That was the last line they landed on.
And another thing, my vote wouldn't even matter because California we a Democratic state. She was gonna win this state regardless, whether I voted or not.
For the sake of podcasting, debate, and being devil's advocate, you know that's like the traditional cliche response for everyone who doesn't participate in the process.
But ever since I've been able to vote, I always voted on the president thing, except for this year. But I voted on everything up under that.
So you are an exceptional non-participant.
No, I don't understand.
I mean, you can skip. You can vote and skip certain things you don't want to vote on.
Right.
You don't have to vote ever. I've never voted. I'm not holding anyone to task about what they've done. It's only what they've professed to be.
But a person that don't vote, they don't even deserve an opinion.
I know the contradiction in always and not this time.
No.
Those do not coincide correctly.
They do, because you're just talking about the presidents. I voted on everything up under that.
No, you said
yes for this, no for this, yes for this, no for this.
I was surprised to find out you ever voted. And in the same moment I found out you were a voter ever, you expressed I always vote. The most popular vote we were talking about Gascon, but the most popular vote the world is familiar with recently was the Trump shit.
But people got to realize the stuff that directly affect them as far as, you know what I'm saying?
I respect that, but it's just not an always. You threw me off with the always, sir.
Oh, yeah, but you can vote more than just for a president.
You don't have to vote at all. You can vote whenever you choose. You can vote every time. But when you, as my comrade, my colleague, said always, I just was like, I just assumed you participated in the Kamala shit.
Since the chance I was able to vote, and I was the second time that Obama made it in is the first time I ever voted.
So 2008 was your first time you voted.
Was that his second term?
That was his first term.
No, I was locked up.
Okay, 2012.
Right.
Okay.
That's the first
and since 2012, you voted
every year.
So what was your record?
Okay, so once you could say since he's voted in 2012, he's always voted.
What's your record? So I know you went for Obama the first time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean he voted for the president each time.
Yeah, but I did except for this year. Every year except for this year.
Yeah.
So according to him, if he had said always a day before the presidential,
I said vote though. I didn't say for what.
Yeah, he always voted since 2012.
Right.
Exactly. So that always would have been.
And then a lot of people don't know, like, just, I'm a felon, I can't vote. That ain't the truth.
But my point is that always would have sufficed the day before this election for presidential elections as well. You feel me? It would have been true, right or wrong.
I didn't specify president though. I just said vote, always vote.
I know I'm not going to try to win the moment here, but I know the viewers of Intellect can see exactly what
I don't know why you was challenging him saying he always voted.
I didn't challenge that.
Oh, okay.
He challenged it. He said always. Then I said, it sparked to me. I wanted to know who he voted for with Trump. Immediately he said he didn't vote. That's where
But it's still always.
Yeah,
that's not always.
Yeah, no, it is. He voted in every election since 2012 in the last decade.
He hasn't.
But even
no, he hasn't.
But even this year, I voted
though.
I
Trump and Kamala, perhaps.
No, but
we're talking post the.
But he skipped the president.
So therefore, now currently, it's not always. It's usually most likely, most often.
He voted in 2024.
And I voted this year.
Okay.
I mean, I voted this year. I just
when you voted in every presidential election since 2012, and you state a month after a presidential election that I always vote, and then I ask, did you vote in this one, and you say no, that means you most often vote. You usually vote.
Still always to me.
To you, but you are not the dictator on what's correct.
No. Always and all the time is two different things. All the time.
You,
no. Always is majority of the time.
No, always is all the time.
You know, when you get your ballot, it's more than just the president.
That's what I'm saying.
The root word of always is all.
On a president.
All right, let me just read this last part. Hochman, who has attacked Gascon's policies that he says led to increased crime, that's untrue, says he's committed to bringing back prosecution for low-level, nonviolent crimes, restoring accountability, and prioritizing public safety. While homicides in L.A. were down last year, that's true, fears about crime persist as videos of smash-and-grab burglars routinely go viral and more stores lock up their deodorant and toothpaste shelves. So here's the thing. a lot of people think that crime is the crime rate or how much crime is happening is based on what you see on TV or now what we see on social media. So if you're seeing all these smash and grabs and all these violent incidents, it don't mean crime is up. It just means we're being fed footage of the crime more often.
It mean K-Cow News or Fox or ABC, they need something to report.
Hey, you know what the famous saying is when it comes to crime in the news? Very famous saying.
What's that?
If it bleeds, it leads.
Well, I would love to agree with that general sentiment, but if you go to Long Beach Boulevard and Compton Boulevard, there's a Rite Aid on the corner. And if you walk in, every absolute single item is under lock and key, cage and glass.
That's true. That's true.
But I don't know if it's the only one of its kind, but that one is something that when I first went in there, I was thinking, get some footage of this, show it. But it's something worth going through with a camera and showing, because you feel like the whole store is a vending machine.
Well, if you go to the Ralph's in Midtown on San Vicente, if you want to get toothpaste, it's on the locked aisle. All the, I don't know, the toiletries, it's on a locked aisle.
I've seen places that were selective with the certain items, the body wash. I've never seen an establishment as large as a Rite Aid where I'm talking about everything in there is under a cage.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of stores now.
Look, I used to work in a supermarket when I was a kid. Seeing alcohol in the front of the store locked.
It's normal. Oh,
no, that's some news. That's new.
Abnormal.
Alcohol, any alcohol you wanted was on the shelves in the liquor department. Now it's locked away.
But the alcohol had them big boats on the lid.
I remember before them boats.
That and just put it behind the glass.
Yeah, they put it behind the glass now.
And then it's like they used to put the brand name alcohol behind the grass leader cheap stuff.
Yeah.
And we used to send the Smeenokas in there to boost it by the gallon.
Because the spotter and his smoker friends, they got it locked behind the glass.
It was like you was certain the hood was a trophy because you knew he could go in there and come out with the big thing. That's what he was known for.
Things like that, those visual representations and then stuff you see on social media might make you think. You might have the perception, oh, crime is up.
Well, like I told you, I've been leaving my key and my ignition, jumping out everywhere for over 30-something years, and for the first time, it cost me a crime. I was criminalized.
Yeah, especially if you become a victim of it, you really believe crime is up.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the media, with my personal experience.
I wouldn't. Back me driving, I wouldn't have never did that outside of the community I'm from. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was at home. It happened in my community.
Compton.
In Compton.
Yeah. I haven't done that myself because I'm paranoid.
But you guys both know there's energy that led up to the incident that I'm leaving out that probably would give some more context.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Big Sad is alive and well, bro.
My nigga.
He is alive and well.
When I heard the story, I knew it was cap.
I'm glad.
Cause the way the dude went out, Big Sad having too much money, having too much fun right now to even go out like that.
But see, I didn't hear all the backstory. First, I just seen a couple headlines. Porty Flocka was the first and primary, and I respect his journalism to the point and his attachment to the culture and the time he spent out here. I figured he would be, responsible enough not to go big with nothing that was that bullshit. But somebody sent me a DM that he put out. And I kind of got under the impression that it was true to the point where I texted homie like, you straight? And I don't know. I don't want to claim nothing that's not true. He probably could add some relevance to this if he chooses. It seems as if I'm the one that made him aware that the rumor was popping because I'm like, you Gucci? He like, yeah, you Gucci? Why? I heard some bullshit on the internet. He like, what you hear? I'm like, man, Flacco said, what you wrote?
Man, he had to have known.
Hey, yeah, no. What I'm about to say, that's why I get the whistle, because it seemed like as of recently, PF, man, Flacco, he been reporting news that ain't accurate. I guess just to be the first to do it, but not really double checking and fact checking. You know what I'm saying?
Does it kind of like lean to what people said about his respect for the culture in general?
I can't really respect for the culture.
I see why you call yourself the mayor. This nigga is so politically correct. Even when he dropped the bomb, he know how to be.
I just want to understand the question before I answer something. But you know what I'm saying?
You're a wise man, man. I admire that. That's sharp. That's admirable of you.
All right. It's in this article by the Tribune.com. It says L.A. rapper Big Sad responded to rumors of his death on Tuesday after reports of his alleged passing circulated widely. The 1900 record CEO quickly took to Instagram, posting a single cap emoji, a symbol widely used to call out falsehoods, dismissing the rumors and assuring fans that he was alive. And one of the reasons why they thought he may have gotten shot and killed was because there was a high-speed chase that started out in West Boulevard community and ended up in the Jefferson Park community, where a guy actually got out of a Maserati, pulled out 2 weapons, and the LAPD gunned him down. And I guess people thought that was Big Sad. If you don't know Big Sad, you might say, oh, it kind of looks like Big Sad. And maybe there was some body mannerisms that matched Big Sad, but that wasn't Big Sad.
A wild police pursuit leads to a shootout between officers and the driver of a Maserati in West Adams.
Condition of the suspect still unknown at this point, but he was taken away by ambulance. You can see behind me still very much an active scene. Police have several of the streets blocked off, not letting anyone go beyond this yellow police tape here. It appears family and friends of the suspect are here.
This is just horrible to have to live with this over domestic violence. It's just horrible.
The incident all started around 12:15 this afternoon in San Pedro. The driver was wanted for domestic violence and assault with a deadly weapon. He was armed with a gun and took off in a white Maserati. That's what led to the pursuit. The driver then pulled over in an alley and into a parking lot near the 4100 block of Jefferson Boulevard. He exited the car and walked down the alley. An officer confronted him, leading the suspect to draw 2 handguns. Shots were fired. The suspect appeared to have been shot at least once. Once again, we spoke to that woman who lives in the apartment complex where the shooting happened. She says the suspect was shot right in front of her window. You see him walking towards with 2 handguns.
I didn't see him. I don't know him in that fashion. I just know them in passing, and it's just a simple hello, and he's always been kind, and his parents are kind. I've never seen any argue, hollering, screaming, or anything.
I think it might have been a vehicle.
Also the vehicle.
Right.
Shout out my Big Trap, Trap LA crash. Because I remember way back in the Blue Room day, we sit in the room, and he used to bust up laughing and be like, let's just say this, and let's see how far it could go. And he was convinced anything you can say on the internet, you can make a lie go real far. So all the analyzing that we're doing could be the cause.
Well,
or it could be somebody just threw that. It could out there.
I believe they had the same type of vehicle, and then the area he was in.
Well, when they reported it that he got killed, the first thing I did was I went to the LA Coroner website, put in his name, Reggie, and nothing came up.
Hey man, that's how a journalist supposed to do their homework.
Yeah, they know,
double check, do your invasive checking, and like you did.
You can't even pull up the straight politicking with something you want to talk about if you ain't fact check this.
No, hey, they told me that the Japanese girl that's missing right now, her dad came to L.A. from Hawaii to find her, and then they said that they found him dead at the airport. So I typed the last name in the L.A. Coroner's website, and his name was in there, Ryan Kobayashi. I was like, bro, how are you dead?
And he came to check on his daughter.
He came to help find his daughter. It turned out he committed suicide.
And did the daughter come up?
The daughter's still missing as of right now.
There's more suicides was been reported.
It's been reported.
Yeah. And then you see it's a dude that was in the a collegiate football player, had an injury on the field. And whether I believe he's deceased now, it was reported he had passed before he may still be surviving, but I believe it was a pretty big story. He had an injury on the field, and he was in the hospital fighting, and it had been reported that he had lost his life. And they had to come and correct it. It was like I don't know since then if he's still fighting or if he succumbed to the injury, but you got to watch the media. They will jump the gun.
Yeah, it says here that a guy named Blanco Tarantino was the first one to report that Big Sad got shot. So I guess
that sound like bullshit.
Flacco or whoever was watching his Instagram.
That's the outside of the culture, respecting something associated with the culture and giving a false. But with Flacco position, it ain't gonna harm him none.
No, I ain't saying it's gonna harm him.
You still be hollering at Flacco?
No, I ain't talked to Flacco in some time now.
But even though Jumper reported it,
I don't know who would have known first, either Flacco before No Jumper or No Jumper before Flacco, but
Flacco before No Jumper.
But I imagine No Jumper may have followed Flacco's lead then. They would have followed one or the other.
All right.
Okay. The guy that got killed, he pulled out 2 guns for whatever reason. That's basically suicide by cop, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
you know there's no out. There's no way out of that.
But he didn't die. Maybe you're trying to die.
Because he parked the car in the back of the apartment building.
Walked to the front.
Then walked to the front where all the cops were waiting.
Hey, who was the cat running who ran into the middle of it? We see the nigga in the white T-shirt.
No. Was that his mama? Because I heard his mama ran outside.
That was a female? I see somebody in a white T-shirt like run from the bushes, almost get caught in the crossfire and turn around and run back.
Apparently that block, he was familiar with that block. They knew him on that block.
Okay, boy must have been coming to holler at him like, man, what's going on? And once he like almost walked right in the crossfire. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, a friend of mine that's in the halfway house, and he was like, man, that dude was just in here.
On Central?
On Central. He was just recently in the halfway house on Central. So that's a federal halfway house.
Yeah, it used to be state.
Yeah, so
Big SPI used to be in there back, and I'm going to go see my brother. He went AWOL from that thing.
So maybe he was on some I ain't going back to jail type ish. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people do, man.
All right, we're gonna applaud that Big Sad is alive and well, but unfortunately, a man lost his life, and I'm gonna have to say that's the way he wanted to go out. 2 guns.
He chose that.
You got 2 guns, and you're walking into 5 or 6 LAPD cars.
Yeah, I don't admire, appreciate it, but I accept it. If that's how he chose as a human individual to do his due, you can't do nothing but respect it.
I feel like if you're gonna commit suicide, and you know you're gonna commit suicide, take somebody out that deserves to be taken out before you take yourself out.
Yeah, it's it's easy to Monday morning quarterback certain events, but how many cats would at least try to get off like he tried to get off, bro?
Nah, I respect that more than people doing it to themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least go out like Christopher Dorner. You know what I'm saying?
Did he hit something?
He hit a couple things. I don't think he killed. Did he kill anybody?
He did better than the North Hollywood bank robbers.
Man, can you believe them North Hollywood bank robbers?
I've been disappointed.
44 minutes. They had, 1,000 rounds.
Body armor.
They did shoot like 4 or 5 of them, but they all survived.
Nothing down, though. Yeah.
They was
boo-boo, bro. But you can't call them boo-boo because they had heart.
That was the most gangster shootout probably ever.
Every time, you know how you get off the freeway, you can see the police station. I think about that shit
in LA history. But hey, David Koresh, he laid it down though.
He was a cold nigga. You know how he was raised, right?
Nah. 7-Day Adventist. Yeah.
Shout out to the SDA, Jaguar, right?
David Koresh laid out 4 federal agents. That's the most ever in American history.
Yeah, they did them niggas dirty in there, babies.
And it gave Ice Cube a line that I never forgot.
What was it?
Just like Waco, I could take
ATF to they death. You know what?
Just like Waco?
Just like Waco. That's where it happened, Waco, Texas.
I don't know if Ice Cube appreciates us bringing up all this old lyrics.
You don't think he stands by all that old stuff?
Nah, because I was on here lit a couple of times, and I reminisced. Later on, I'm thinking like, man, he probably would rather that no light be brought to those bars.
Yeah, because he's become more conservative as he's gotten older.
Yes.
And he was more militant in his 20s.
And they try to bring these cancel campaigns against people with things they said so many years ago. I think he has been tucked away to where I'll be very careful what I repeat these days.
But also with the North Hollywood shootout, it could also be a testament that, I don't know if you've heard this, but the LAPD officers are some of the most trained local police in the nation. They're almost trained with military. So when they pull out the LAPD for a response, they're bringing the best of the best. So if you can take out some LAPD, that means you're elite.
And for those not aware of the younger crowd, maybe even Munchie's generation, we talking about full body armor, walking the LAPD down.
44 minutes.
44 minutes, backyards, middle of the street, all the police behind one knee, shooting with pistols, shotguns, rifles, and these dudes fully machine gun walked them through for almost an hour before they got headshotted and all that.
Yeah, they're trained for stuff like that. And then what's really crazy is that shootout now allowed cops to have the rifles in the cars now. Rather than waiting for SWAT, there's rifles in the patrol cars now.
In the center.
Yeah.
Yes, and that they were non-melanated individuals that pulled this heist off.
And you know they raided their homes after, and they found them watching the Heat in their VCR.
And on my mama, it was so reminiscent of Heat.
Yeah,
They did their Heat. They got their Heat on.
they did Heat. But all right. I wanted to. What did I wanted to move on to? Drake. Drake filed a second lawsuit. I don't know what to think of this, but hey, the second lawsuit is a defamation lawsuit.
I never even got to discuss the first lawsuit with y'all.
But see, okay, as far as the first lawsuit, if he claiming that he used some type of bots or whatever system to manipulate the numbers for not like us, you know what I'm saying? If he sued, that's one thing, but to sue for defamation, on the rap battle that you lost, that's something that's weak.
All that shit is like suicide mission. You're not blowing a whistle on anyone outside of yourself.
So what if he able to prove that he was some people was manipulating the numbers for not like us?
I believe the same tactics he would utilize to prove that will be able to prove he's utilized the same system. It reminds me of when Donald Trump.
No, I'm saying just if he was able to prove that, is he still do it? Is still y'all think it's still bad on his end if he able to prove that?
Remember this? You say you voted. You remember Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump on the stage.
I voted for Hillary.
And remember she was like, yeah, he she tried to accuse him of benefiting from some kind of tax breaks and all that, and he was like, yeah, I do. And the reason why she knows about it is because everybody she would benefit. Drake tripped out, bro. Like,
yeah.
He telling on a system that existed before Kendrick benefited from, if he benefited from it.
Yeah. But
I think back to back went through the same system.
You didn't answer my question though.
What was your question? My bad.
My question is, if the first lawsuit, not the defamation, but him manipulating the numbers, if that come back to be true, do y'all still look at him like he a weirdo for suing for that?
Yes, because I'm telling you, in the process, he's going to expose not only Kendrick himself, it's going to be others as well.
But you said this is a part of the game. That's how it goes.
There you go,
well,
bro.
It's payola is illegal, and if they're manipulating the views, if they're paying bots, buying bots, doing all of this to manipulate views, that's a crime, actually.
Well,
I'm glad you.
If it's a crime,
I'm gonna tap out the conversation.
we ain't talking about no jail. I'm really against you if it's a crime. If somebody go to jail for it, but if he just suing based on the payola thing,
you
and
really
manipulating the numbers.
Anyone who speaks to the belief in that you becoming the best, the biggest when this industry is more like a talent contest, other than any other industry that you lead in. You see, McDonald's sells more burgers than anybody. Find out how much they spend in promotion, marketing every year, more than anybody. So every product goes the same route. Music is no different.
I'm just saying, if that do come out to be true, I'm not faulting them for the first lawsuit, but the second one, defamation, man, when it's a rap battle, you hitting below the belt.
Munchie.
I mean, below the belt, you boom, body punch.
It's all below the belt.
To the chin, knock them out.
It's all below the belt when you bring white folks in to litigate lyrics, bro.
I'm just saying, the first lawsuit.
All right, so the first lawsuit, I don't mind the lawsuits.
Whoa, where am I at?
The first one, that's if
but
it's
look,
true.
The second one, I was sitting here, I don't know how many weeks ago, when I heard him say, when Kendrick Lamar basically called him a pedophile. What was the line? Not the A minor, and he has two pedophile verses.
Sorry, he has certified.
Oh yes, you're not certified.
Why he got a weird case? Why is he around?
And he said something like
certified lover.
That's
boy.
right before the wop.
Yeah, and then he said something like, "You better watch your little sister. Don't have your little sister around."
Oh yeah.
I was sitting here hoping that I hope there's some real allegations about Drake and an underage person that really exist. I hope this is, that's a hell of a jacket to just throw on somebody.
Whether it's real or fake, it's a rap battle. So I'm not even tripping off that because it's a rap battle.
And guess where you found Drake at? URL sidelines. Investing in venues, investing in events. Certain niggas had their biggest day in battle rap because Drake participated. The lyrics are not censored to that degree. Now, you done marketed yourself as a real dual citizen is pop and hip hop culture. You got caught up with the king of Compton, the West Coast wonder, and now you bringing litigation, bro. You bitch boyed out.
Hey, there are certain things that are off the table in a battle, and sometimes
Thank you.
And sometimes, well, remember
litigation.
I think I don't know if it was Geechee or somebody said that one of the dudes had a brother that died, and they said we're gonna keep that out of the battle.
No, that shit is only off. You know what dictates that?
Because they be having sometimes it be in NDAs that you can't talk about certain stuff.
Nah, nigga. In battle rap, it's like the rest of the world, nigga. If you scared of that nigga, you better not say it. That's what dictates it.
But there are some agreements about certain things that are off the table.
And guess who agrees to not say certain shit? The nigga that don't want to deal with the nigga that's saying you better not say this.
But if it's in writing, you ain't trying to just breach your bread.
Okay, so the only niggas that agree to it are the niggas that don't want the problem if they violate it, bro.
Hey, but
if you don't agree to it, it ain't gonna be no battle.
No, but if the guy says my brother just got killed last week, I don't want, nothing about my brother should be mentioned in this rap battle.
Bro, that's what built battle rap. That's what what made it what it is.
But that was one of my questions towards Geechee, and Geechee was like, sometimes I got NDAs, but with the leave out and all that, but
I'm glad I didn't see that, so I don't have to feel like I'm going against whatever Geechee made.
Man, he not supporting Rachel Hart, man. My boy Spider didn't watch the interview.
I don't watch Facts Over Feelings.
Yeah, but
you can't take it personal, bro.
All right, let me ask you this, Spider. You've written many songs over the years. Have you ever embellished a line, a verse, a lyric on a real person that exists in your music in the past?
Never.
Okay.
Never
done it.
Oh, yep.
Wait. I want to hear this real quick, Munch.
I had a song called Truer Than True back in the days where I was like naming niggas I consider reputable, connecting myself to street niggas, industry niggas. And I said, me and Big U blew a gang of endo. Passed a few times with Big Sane from Menlo. Me and Big Sane, we didn't score before. We didn't pass on like licks, but we done made some plays. Me and Big U never smoked endo together. But they both my niggas, but I made the shit rhyme for the nature and the tone of the song.
Yeah, I don't even think that's where he's getting at.
That's not defaming.
Right. Oh, I thought you said defaming.
Well, but I use the word like embellished a lyric on somebody.
Oh yeah, embellished our experience to just make a artistic moment.
Yeah.
But not to shit on nobody.
Yeah.
No, never.
Okay, what was you gonna say, Munch?
I done dissed a couple people. I ain't did no line.
Yeah, you wrote a handful of songs yourself. Anything that you would say, I was stretching the truth on that line. I was embellishing a little bit
because I said Snoopy Badass taught on 3 and went free.
Oh yeah,
you said 3. We counted. I'm like, nah, it wasn't like. I put it on steroids. He didn't talk. And then if we looked into it, it probably is 3 or more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I thought Munchie had knew about some more cases I didn't know about. He told on 3 and went free.
No, but that just brings up the concept of artistry. And reality. He did not lie. But he was making a record.
But even that line,
it was inflated.
Even that line would be far from a defamation line,
right?
You know,
far.
Yeah,
you told,
and in telling on TC, you probably lied about 2 or 3 or 4 other people. If we dig deep,
is he Big TC?
No, he's tiny.
I think TC's
tiny as tiny. He's tiny Cisco.
I almost thought he was baby. I was finna say bingo. TC3 told on 3.
But when you say somebody's a pedophile, that's a whole nother level, I feel.
But you didn't just call him a pedophile. Shout out to K-Dot. But just to your point, certified.
Hey, but guess what? When Snoopy dissed me in his song, he said that Tania need to watch her daughter around me.
No, but Drake, for being like an icon, is setting precedent. We've never seen this before, homie. Niggas have said all type of shit about each other. Niggas said... I heard your mama it said she gave out, man, nigga just said the coldest shit that's not or questionable. The nigga denying diss songs, and here he is. We got a nigga going to court. This nigga that paint his fingernails, bro.
Say, Drake, I hear you like them young.
He said, no,
you never better come back to Cell Block 1.
I heard.
Okay, that line?
I heard.
Yeah, you can get it. Okay. I heard you like them young. Okay, we'll give him a pass on that one.
Worse, Smith worse.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wop, 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 wop.
Dop, hit him up.
but even
that one is a little bit more deeper, huh?
Even the A minor, that's like, it's a simile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're trying to hit a chord.
And then Certified Lover Boy, was that one of his old hits? Drake's old hits,
Right.
Certified Lover Boy.
That was the project.
Yeah.
His projects.
But he did say certified
Lover
pedophile.
Boy, certified.
So we're gonna now make that as impactful as Drake is trying to present it.
Man, that's
a rap
hard.
battle.
But check this out. He's not suing K-Dot. He's suing Universal.
Because he thought that was better than that.
Yeah.
I done made Universal a lot of money.
Which is really unusual because usually you go after the person that created the defamation. You're going after the company that pushed the defamation.
But that show you how much entitlement he feel because he feel he made
y'all not
Universal
realizing
a lot of money.
You're not realizing who owns the intellectual property. That's showing who's the actual owner of the content.
Yeah, but you still also, in most lawsuits, you sue the company.
But you're talking about a battle of the god of egos at this point. It's not most lawsuits.
Okay, let me read this. Drake's taking the Kendrick Lamar beef from the court to the public opinion to the actual court. This week, Drake's attorneys made a pair of legal filings that state their intent to find out if Universal Music Group, the parent company to his label, Republic Records, sought to artificially boost the acclaim of Kendrick's Not Like Us diss by paying Spotify and iHeartRadio. The filings also allege on information and belief that bots and other forms of payola were used to inflate streams.
He's a hoe for that.
And that Universal was complicit in defamation by supporting a song that accused him of being a quote-unquote certified pedophile.
He's a hoe.
Put it like that, he's suing the right person.
But I'm going to tell you,
hit dogs holler.
The second lawsuit is completely a civil accusations. The first lawsuit, payola, is technically a crime.
But he's going civil.
He's going civil, but he's accusing that the payola is basically a felony.
So basically that's why he going towards Universal instead of him, because if he sue him, maybe it gets you know what I mean?
See, it's only payola when you call it payola. What is marketing and promoting? What is a budget for marketing and promoting?
Well, I'm sure they're going to have an argument to say that's what we did. We marketed and promoted it.
Yeah,
we paid iHeart X amount of dollars. We paid Spotify X amount of dollars.
So how do we skip to payola when there's a whole concept of having an artist and then having a record, a hit, and marketing and promoting it with a budget? Where's the thin line?
Okay, but here's the thing. It's the same thing that used to happen with the record business. You can promote. You could ask the DJ at KDAY, "Hey, I need you to play this record every 2 hours," and I'm gonna pay you for it.
That's what they do today.
That's marketing and promoting. But guess what?
You actually cannot do that in our region.
No, I'm just saying. If we go back to the history of payola, it was basically, I want to market this record. I want to market this artist, and what's the best way to do it? Pay the radio station. Pay the DJ.
I hate to be the whistleblower. It's not the DJ. But that is still the exact same system that goes.
But there was a law that said that's not the way to market and promote
I want
music.
to remind us we're not here to be the whistleblowers against people breaking the law. But now I'm telling you,
he is.
No, I'm saying if Drake has an argument about this payola, I don't know. See. This is a streaming version of payola.
It's because we're separating the music industry right now from any other industry, and I want to remind you that it's an industry for profit. In all industries, there's no space that you can occupy for free, no matter how good your product is. It's all about the investment within the product and the ROI.
Okay, so you're basically saying that you feel that payola is a crime that shouldn't exist.
Well, what I'm saying is
that's a part of the game.
I utilize more facts than feeling in public conversation. And regardless of how I feel, the fact is it's a system that has been in place since we can believe it was when payola became a word and you thought it was done away with. It never went anywhere.
Well, there's nothing wrong with paying for subscribers then, right?
I've never done it.
Well,
I've never done it.
But that's equivalent.
Yeah.
But I agree that
you lose your channel on YouTube if they find out you've been buying subscribers.
Right.
But risk and reward are highly related.
But look, buying subscribers is a way to promote your channel, because if people see, wow, he's got 100,000 followers or subscribers, I'm going to subscribe too. It's a way to create a false image to bring people in.
A lot of people go that route.
I just wouldn't feel a lot of people do go that route. And Alex know a few people. It's a way to see.
Hey,
I know one for sure.
I heard a guy on YouTube say that's how he started off. He did a video saying, I bought subscribers in the beginning.
I wouldn't feel right.
me either personally. Certain people are respected because of their whole journey, the type of content they create, their whole approach to this shit. The way I wound up on YouTube doing this shit is a whole nother journey. So integrity and
fake jewelry, fake subscribers, payola, all that. I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like you don't feel like self-fulfilled, like you didn't really earned it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the fake 100,000, like to have my channel. You know how close I've been to 100,000 for so long.
Anybody get that plaque?
Yeah, but do you get the plaque when you do the okie doke? Because certain people
I think they get to looking into it.
Yeah, certain people got the 100. I never seen presented plaque.
Yeah, because they shit probably fake.
And they would present it if they got it in the mail.
Yeah, of course. I'm at 80-something, been in the 70s, 80s for quite some time. I didn't wait the day to get the official hundo so I can have a plaque put on deck.
Once you get 100,000, you probably got to wait till you get about 105, 106 before they mail it to you.
Okay.
That's how it was for me.
So it's no email or nothing. You know how they like to bust in your life with an email and tell you about a milestone?
Well, they used to send, YouTube used to have a messaging system. They got rid of it.
It's one of the greatest, but one of the most.
You used to be able to DM another YouTuber.
I've never spoken to anyone real time in human form from YouTube via chat, email, or text. My personal experience, YouTube is the hardest company to find a human to communicate with.
Yeah.
But I'm satisfied with the experience, but it's still so difficult to speak to a human.
And before COVID, if you had 100,000 followers, you got assigned a manager that you can talk to, get on the phone. But after COVID, they got rid of that.
Because too many 100,000 subscribers, because COVID, everybody was sitting there watching.
Yeah. I was the 15,000th, 100,000 club. I was the 15,000 person to get 100,000 subscribers.
And you remind me of being in Vegas with my boy, John. He's a white guy, but he used to have some change to ball out. We used to fly. We was in Vegas one time with one of his friends, and they was having the porn conventions. And this dude was throwing the biggest extravagant party because on the porn rewards, he ranked like number 600, 789,000. That's how far down he was on the list. But I guess porn is so heavily saturated, he still felt like the man.
All right, so how we feeling about this Drake, the double lawsuit?
Well, man, being that it could be criminal, I ain't with it. Neither one of them. But before I knew it could be considered criminal. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that's ground for a lawsuit.
The payola is considered.
I think you need to get these seats to be a little less comfortable. Cause I can't believe much of you saying this.
And then no,
you're
man,
blowing my mind, bro.
Because if you gotta cheat to beat me, bro, I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not with the criminal thing. But see the defamation thing, man. Stop being so soft. You know what I'm saying? Like you embarrassed Meek Mill, bro. You went back to back. You got a Grammy for that.
What did he say? Did he say anything outlandish against
No, not outlandish, but you outright beat him.
Yeah, he did.
Stumped him out.
Yeah, he did.
What?
With the back-to-back.
He said,
What'd he say?
that ain't your tour. That's your girl tour.
Well, he was on Nicki Minaj tour. What is it called? The Pink Print?
I used to love that song, though. So, Drake, you know what, Drake? Bro, you doing some whole shit, homie, because I loved it back to back. You just they not like us, bro. You can't help it. You got back to back, homie.
I don't think he can realize that he just lost.
You got back to back, homie.
No. But that's somebody that ain't used to losing and don't know how to take
Guess what Kendrick did to him? He back to backed him. He gave him like 4-5 records.
And I'm gonna tell you,
back to back.
No.
Back to back.
But hold on, he was dropping and he was saying that Kendrick was taking too long. And I'm waiting, and then he put a switch on the blick.
K-Dot, you owe him a back-to-back remix just talking about how you dissed him back-to-back with all these records, bro. Back-to-backing.
No, name it three-peat. Like how the Lakers three-peated. Name it three-peat.
I think he RIP'd Drake, and in that video that he just dropped,
Squabble Up.
It's in Squabble Up. There's a candlelight vigil that says RIP. I try to zoom into the RIP note to see what it said, but it's deliberate. You can't read the note. You just see R.I.P.
And that's good.
And I'm like, yeah, that's Drake.
That's good because then he'd be saying he threatened him.
Right.
Yeah,
I seen the headline a few days ago that they said Wayne got in the booth trying to jump in the action.
But his lawyer debunked that, said that ain't true.
So wait, y'all. This is what I need y'all to realize.
Joe Budden broke that
you
news.
The original hip hop fucking OG over here. And then Munchie, you come from one of the most grimiest eras. How is all these lawyers involved in hip hop beef, bro? We seen some of the most violent exchanges.
Wayne ain't sued. You saying Wayne?
As soon as I mentioned his name, the next thing came up was his lawyer said something.
No. Not his lawyer. His manager spoke out because Joe Budden broke the news that he tried to give Kendrick a call. He didn't answer, so he headed to the booth. Like, forget it. You ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? He trying to
say
check,
what? You can't say shit.
No, he was trying to temperature check. Like, then but his lawyer said, nah, that ain't none of that true. He never called Kendrick and he never went towards the.
But
booth.
like, when do niggas, real niggas, use the lawyer to speak for him in real time about nothing that's even? This shit is weird to me.
We talking about Drake, right?
I thought we was talking about Wayne and Kendrick.
All right,
No, Wayne ain't getting no lawyers involved.
let me read this. Drake has accused Universal of defamation, and his legal papers claim the company could have halted the release of a song falsely accusing him of being a sex offender. Instead, his lawyers claim Universal executed a plan to make the song a viral mega hit and use Kendrick Lamar's incendiary lyrics to drive consumer hysteria and, of course, massive revenues. It comes a day after Drake filed papers in New York accusing the company of illegally boosting the song's profile on Spotify. Now, my question is, do you think that Universal was looking at this song right when it was about to come out and was like, ooh, Kendrick going to get Drake on this one?
No.
And completely incited it.
And I could see Ja Rule removing every word and taking the P word pedophile and replacing it with pussy and saying the same thing about I smell pussy.
Is
in
that
that
you,
record.
Ja?
That's the same
No,
shit.
that's a 50 Cent song.
But he can file this same lawsuit and say, I ain't no pussy. He falsely claimed it.
Yeah, but that's a different type. That's not defamation.
Calling you me a pussy?
Calling you a pussy is
That's
not.
my opinion.
It's not defamation.
If I call you a jerk and I feel that Spider's an asshole and a jerk, that's my opinion.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a defamation. But when you say, dude is a pedophile, ooh, that just.
Why that can't be my opinion if I think you like him young?
You can't have an opinion that someone's a pedophile. Either he is or he's not.
According to whom that in the free speech of America with the First Amendment, why can I not have that opinion?
Okay, if you have an opinion that Drake is a pedophile or whoever is a pedophile, then you got to prove it.
But he kissed a 16-year-old on stage, but guess what? In that state, you the legal age 16.
Yeah,
so every time I call somebody a sucker MC in the battle, I got to prove it?
No,
No,
that's your
because a
opinion.
sucker MC is a vague meaning.
But that defamation, that can cause my brand to suffer.
That's not the way defamation works.
Anytime you call somebody out their name ain't defamation.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. That's not, don't cause me to be
somebody a
wrong
sucker?
because
Okay, do you see the difference between saying you a bitch and you're a pedophile?
no.
You don't.
Or even saying you're a crackhead and use drugs like they did with Nicki and she sued.
Well, I
Now
know.
you damaging her brand. Talking about she
Well,
used
I know
cocaine.
one of the, amongst our community, one of the biggest persons to be called a crackhead and did no litigation was Dave Chappelle.
And also, Cat Williams was accused of being a crackhead, and
No litigation.
he denied it, and maybe because if there is litigation, they'll prove that it's correct.
I'm just glad we're open to maybes at some times.
Actually, somebody went online and said that they know
was
for
Smack.
a fact.
Smack.
Smack. I know for a fact that Cat Williams was buying dope.
I was thinking that I was about to say I was trying to think of the name.
I
I was
don't
about to say
understand
G-Face.
Smack's
Yeah,
motivation.
Smack.
But what's Smack motivation if he aware of a street is trying to present himself
I
to
know.
them?
I would've left that alone.
Yeah, Smack, that ain't what we do. I don't get that.
Yeah, I was in jail with my boy from Venice Showline, and he told me about a gang of people that's in the industry came through the Venice buying dope.
But the reason why
Charlie Wilson and all them.
you might not see Cat doing any litigation because he knows that it is true.
They might come out
You know, because if you press somebody to prove something, then they're gonna come out the woodworks and prove it, and then you lose your case. So when you don't see no litigation, that means it's probably
I
true.
just like to acknowledge that is a logical assumption, but it is an assumption, but it's logical.
Yeah, and then when I heard Smack with all the passion and sincerity,
But that his voice
believe
carries
him.
that.
yeah.
That's
But no,
why-
it came off 100%.
No, everything,
authentic.
but almost everything I've heard Smack say comes across like that. I think it's just his whole presence.
I'm gonna tell you what he said that sounded very convincing. I know it ain't true. That Brick Baby went to Atlanta and got put on 60s. He not from 60s in LA, and he sounded like he's very convincing, and he like it came from a factual place. And I'm although he spent a lot of time in Atlanta, I know he didn't go to Atlanta and join 60s. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe somebody told Smack, and that's why he said that. So even though Smack might be wrong on that, he wasn't lying if a credible source told him that.
I'm surprised to find out Brick Baby went to private school and he tried to mock me from having a vocabulary.
But shit, you know how many Crips went to Catholic school?
No,
what's that school behind Verbum Day? My uncle went to Verbum.
Oh man, some of the biggest killers came out of Verbum Day.
All boys school.
A lot of people credit the fact that I do have a vocabulary is different from my average peer to the fact that I went to private school. Then he used his moment to speak down on me and try to clown me for having a vocabulary. And I realized he benefited from going to a school that wasn't public.
Well, you hear from Munchie, ain't nothing wrong with having an extensive vocabulary.
No.
It ain't nothing wrong with being privileged enough to go to a school.
I appreciate all my experiences. I've never hidden from him, but the fact that he was foolish enough to try to look down upon him was one thing.
Did he do that on a No Jumper episode or something?
No, he was in late night in his car driving and deep in his emotions, probably highly intoxicated. However, he chose to go there and utilize that as some type of reference, a point that he wanted to speak about the way I spoke, but then to find out that he benefited from more than an average, education, I would think he would be more comfortable tapping into his higher level education.
But do you know people like to get on the internet and make it seem like their life was harder than what it was?
For why though?
Yeah, but and I'm not even going to this particular person, but I seen an interview recently and I just smirked the whole time. But I don't get it. But I ain't gonna even say his name. But it was hella funny though.
Everybody got a sob story.
I don't.
But guess what? I don't. I was raised in the house, both my parents. My dad's a member, but he kept a book in my hand. After I read it, I had to write a book report. I played sports.
I ain't had both of my parents in the house, but my daddy wasn't that far. He raised some boys that was like, wilder than my mama was trying to have her household be. I had access to both, so it was like.
I always had cable. I never been in a house without a washer and dryer. Like I don't put
cable.
on. No, for real.
You never had on a select?
I had on. That's before.
That fucked me up. Yeah.
That's like early. That's 80s on and select.
But I had the bootleg cable box with the chip in it back in the days. We had that. We used to watch the box and all that when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I guess my sob story is I was in the center of a custody battle between two parents that lived on opposite coasts of the country between the ages of 10 and 14.
You would consider a sob story to have two people loved you so much they fought over you?
It was a crazy time.
Yeah, but you torn.
My dad snatched me out of an elementary school and then hid me. My mom thought I was kidnapped. I found out that my mom was crying and going crazy because she didn't know where I was at. And then I remember hearing my dad on the phone talking about, you ain't never going to see this boy again.
It's just like a movie.
Yeah. And then I remember my dad saying, I don't know where we're going to go, but we got to get the fuck out of New York.
I just seen a movie about this.
So that's my sob story. But, hey, Diddy received an offer on his $61 million mansion, and it's nowhere near $61.
Let's hear it.
Who was closest to
Let's hear it.
approximate price?
A guy, an investor named Bo Belmont, CEO of a California real estate crowdfunding firm called Bellwood Investments, has offered him a all-cash $30 million offer.
Bo Belly.
Spotted the winner.
Bo Belmont.
Bo Belly.
Bo Belmont. I was trying to get Bo Belmont on the phone to ask him, because everyone is saying that this is a lowball offer because Diddy paid $39 million for the house a decade ago, and he's offering him $9 million less than what he paid.
But now he stunk it up with his.
Oh, as you said, he niggified the house.
Exactly. And on top of niggifying it, you criminalized and stunk it up past that, and they're gonna make that $30 million back within a year doing tours of that home.
But what's that dude called? His name is what?
Bo Belly.
Bo Belmont basically just said the reason why the lowball offer is because of the stigma. Let me read this real quick.
Thank you.
The musician has been charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion and transportation to engage in prostitution. The property is in the exclusive Holmby Hills neighborhood and described in its listing as one of the area's most spectacular views, beautiful estates. Let me see. I was going to get to the reason why by Mr. Belmont. What is his name again? Bo
Belly.
Bo Belly.
Yeah,
Bo Belmont.
That's Bo Belly.
Bo Belmont. He's offering the low ball offer, and it's written low ball. So it's widely known that $30 million is a low ball offer.
Low belly with the low bally, man.
What's his ethnicity?
That's a white guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Belmont, yeah.
And
probably associated with the shores.
I'm trying to.
Belmont Shores is that's a phrase, right?
Belmont, that's in Long Beach, Belmont Shores.
It's like a town or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds right. About right.
I'm trying to see if there's any other offers, but this is the first and only offer. I think Diddy's going to reject this offer unless he gets really desperate for some money.
Man, reject it. Reject it.
He's going to reject it.
And if they come with something in the 40s and take it.
Nah, he's going to reject it, then Bo Belly going to end up getting it for like 26.
He got rejected it and then, get a little profit. Damn.
No, when you have when you only have one offer and you start treating it like it doesn't matter and the second offer doesn't come in a good enough time, you know how far the value drops after that?
Man, kick back, man. Don't take that. Don't take that. Do your time like multiplication. Kick back. Somebody come through with a better deal.
Don't believe it, Diddy.
Look, in the previous investment, Mr. Belmont, he purchased a Malibu house that was previously owned by Kanye West. He stated that he wished to rebuild the home that Kardashian's former spouse had reduced to a concrete shell. I guess Kanye did something to the house.
He niggified it.
It says here, Kanye West, who has an estimated net worth of $400 million, purchased the iconic home in 2021 for $57 million. He then proceeded to fully gut the property, which was originally designed by an architect named Ando, reportedly in hopes of turning it into a modernist bomb shelter. He completely destroyed a $50 million house. So
Kanye may have amassed the type of presence that could have got away with the property still appreciating.
Right.
But he fucked up.
Belmont paid $21 million for what Kanye paid $57 million for, and plans to invest another $5 million to restore the house to its original glory.
Belmont's a genius.
Was that OJ's house that case was called at?
The one that Kanye was previously in?
The one that OJ caught the case at.
No, his was the Rockingham house, which they tore down.
Is there any way to find out how the value of that property? They tore it down, right?
Yeah, the guy bought it and tore it down.
See what happens when a certain type of profile occupies a property, bro? This is not something I'm just bringing out my ass. People like maybe Obama, Jay-Z, Lawrence Fishburne, certain people can maintain the status
they
of
might say Lawrence Fishburne's daughter was doing porn in the house, so now it's...
I don't know how widely that's known outside of our community. You feel me? I know we know that. You a fool.
I wonder what's her Instagram.
Well, maybe Samuel. But certain niggas, Will Smith, they shit might hold they shit, but once a nigga go through some real nigga shit, bro, your property is associated with the experience of a nigga, bro. Promise you.
Okay. I don't think Diddy's gonna sell it to Mr. Belmont, but we'll see.
He better.
Don't do it.
And another lawsuit against Diddy. This one is actually a little bit more detailed and more of a person that was present. I still don't understand why so many years later, but according to this article in Deadline, this woman was accused of being dangled off a 17th floor balcony by Combs, and she just hit him with a $10 million sexual battery suit. And this woman also claims to have been present when Cassie was getting her ass whooped by Diddy. So, more.
Whatever it is, either Diddy was just the dumbest nigga doing a whole bunch of destructive shit that's come back to bite him in his ass, or he done fucked with the wrong person who was orchestrating the most destructive campaign against a public individual I've ever seen. Either or, this is appearing to be very difficult for Diddy to ever get out of or reverse, bro.
And he just got denied the third bail.
So is that the third and final opportunity, or does he still have unlimited options as long as he's incarcerated?
I don't see another opportunity for bail. That's it.
So now, what is your projected date to start trial? If it's not May, March or May, you think it's going to be 2026 or 25?
Probably December, November, December.
At least another year.
So 26, early 26?
Yeah, and his lawyers are going to just say, hey, hold tight in there.
You know when you find a case, 90 days passes pretty fast. You could do that 4 times if you're really intensely engaged.
It depends on you as a person. If you've been incarcerated before, you know what that feels like.
But even the first time, if you really engage in what's going on, as a human being that adapts to your environment, 90 days pass pretty fast incarcerated when you know you're facing life. A year fighting a case when you know you're facing life is no time. Right or wrong? BT?
I see that's what I was just talking about with the homie recently. He said something like, man, time be going by fast. Sometime in jail, I'm like, you gotta have like a little bit of jailbird in you to even say some shit like that, because I feel that way too. But the average person from the outside ain't gonna really feel.
What
that
about
way.
adaptability in general to just harsh times?
And that's and what to say that, with that, I was saying when he went to jail and it was like a month in, I'm like, it's gonna take him like a couple of weeks to be like, oh, I'm here. That's where I'm at.
That's what it takes.
He go get comfortable and get settled and get a program. You go adapt. You know what I mean?
Even when I got to the point where I considered myself somewhat as a jailbird, I call myself a jailbird because I figured there's nobody in the world I could call that would panic or get surprised I was in jail. It would be a regular routine call. Got to that point in my life, it took me about 2 weeks to eat at that point.
You a jailbird when you go to the station and you wondering if you go be there by canteen, if you go be there by Wednesday to fill out your like you just comfortable with the environment. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody you call goes to a panic. Like that's when I realized it. My mama, that was quick with her.
Right.
Yes.
Eventually, you get to a point where you've accepted that you're incarcerated.
Right. I'm here.
Like in the beginning, you're going through anxiety. You're like, you're uncertain, but then eventually reality sets in, and it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a month.
But it could be hours, depending on the point in your life and what you up to.
Hey, if you've been through it multiple times, it's just a matter of minutes.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't know if this TMI, but shit, I'll be like a week and a half in already masturbating.
You a cold.
I know I'm not going nowhere.
I don't experience wet dreams really until I get to jail.
I only have one of those my whole life, but I'm saying like,
oh, you a cold.
I'm here, and I'm on. I ain't no belling out. I ain't going nowhere. Like I'm comfortable. I'm about to settle in like a pilgrim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it take me a long time to get that cool. I need a 2-man cell. My cell need to be gone and all that.
This is the most that Diddy's ever been held in custody. I think every single time he's been arrested for whatever, he got out the next day.
Damn.
He's never had to spend. I even think he probably bail out the same day.
Okay.
On most of his offenses in the past.
This what I take from this. This is the moral of the story from my POV. There's a place for you. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you blind, crippled, or crazy. They got a place for you. It's called the Browns. And you go sit over there. And if you rich, they got a place for you. If Martha Story went, anybody could go.
What you said? What was your point though?
Nah, because I believe he thought he was untouchable.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he thought he was untouchable.
You know what? This is the first time I really have said this publicly because I see what he up against. And I just be giving my perspective of what I think his chances is of beating the energy that's against him. But it's hard for me to articulate why he's in so much trouble, bro. I really don't.
I haven't heard a crime yet.
You don't
I haven't heard a crime yet. If he's not in trouble for beating on a girl,
yeah, that's the most egregious thing that I could see that could cause this much stir.
If I told this girl we about to have sex with this dude, we just call him X, and whoever he is, and I'm telling her to get on the computer and find somebody, and she looking up the dude they go have sex with, bro. I ain't heard a crime yet. Having Astroglide and baby oil is not a crime, bro.
Yeah, it's really like.
And if that's y'all biggest piece of evidence, and then I think they came prematurely. They raided his house, and 6 months later came and got him. They say when the feds come, they already got you. But why they still going through evidence and need to go through audio files and recordings and computers and all that shit?
You know what I think was really the most salacious shit has yet to be exposed, and I think they really on them recordings and them conversations got him just really in his comfortable zone. How he was in that hallway doing Cassie. I think they got him talking like that numerous times about a lot of different shit, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is he charged for whipping ass?
We don't know with the way they present it to the public. We don't know the details of what the charges actually entail.
Yeah, they're not gonna tell us what their case is.
Yeah, that shit gonna get real colorful. Once they get to cracking day one, it's gonna get real colorful.
A lot of us want to see everything that the feds got on them and want to know.
Yeah, and if
they don't show it,
there's
it's
no
like,
case.
They ain't got a case. They ain't got a case. Trust me, they about to pull out whatever they got when this either gets close to trial or when the trial starts.
And the fact that it's gone on this long and it's the actual feds, and with his money and his prestige, his influence, hasn't been able to make this be. He can't bail.
Look, he's charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. You mean to tell me they just making this shit up?
Man,
come with it.
Diddy in trouble, bro. That's all I can say is he in trouble. Whether they making it up or not, we do live in a town called Hollywood. They're doing a great production, and I just don't believe it's beatable by any stretch of the imagination.
All right, the last thing I want to talk about is my man Sharp.
Sharp?
My man Sharp. We talking about all this litigation and lawsuits and suing.
I hate to realize that he was so close associated with Drake in his last stretch at No Jumper with the whole shrine and all that.
Associated, or he's just a fan?
Did he say Drake shouted him out?
Yeah, but that turned out not to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he had the bathroom thing, which, without standing alone, one might not mean that much. But together with it all said, it's just something to associate Sharp's name with Drake in a not so favorable fashion. And now you bring his name up with suing in a hip-hop rap battle. It reminds me, we just talked about Drake doing the same type of...
I think his lawsuit is just about Adam having all his content still generating AdSense money for
and he's not getting paid for it.
While he's not, yeah. Even though, as your video gets older and older and older, it falls down in the algorithm and starts making less money.
We are all fully aware of this.
Yeah. So
my point was, go ahead.
I'm gonna give because I don't got no contact with Sharp or number or anything. I'm gonna give him an alley-oop. That ain't the way to go with the lawsuit. The way to go is sexual harassment. That nigga walked past y'all, had his pants sagging with a thong on, and showed you his ass, and you didn't ask for that. That's an uncomfortable work environment.
All right, I have a clip here. Oh, go ahead, Spider.
The thing about a pimp. Wait, what is the clip before?
It's Sharp talking his mess.
I'm gonna go after that. Yep.
Okay, let me play this one Sharp clip.
Yeah. Wait.
No, go. Keep going.
No, I'm glad you said that.
No, go.
So when you see Sharp, when you hear me, you hear a Crip rapper. That come to your mind, Father. You hear Sharp. Pip is not one of the first things come to your mind.
No, I'm gonna play the clip. Then we go.
All right.
Here go the clip.
Use you. I mean, bro, I don't feel used, to be honest. And what happens when they get mad? Somebody got to be at blame. Nobody can just walk away. That's all I did. Let my people know what I was doing. It took a whole different turn, and now where we at. I don't take none of it back. I'll cut that video again in front of that. I'll never take it back. If that one a race, we would do another one. Make that one harder than the last. Like, I don't take back nothing I ever done in my life. And I don't regret it. Everything I did in that video, I meant that. Ain't no take backs in this. And I don't play rap. This is somebody, nigga. I'm not playing. Don't diss me. I stand on everything I did. I'll do it again, like I told you, chat, and I'll do it even crazier the second time. Ain't knocking me off. My mother swivel got me hooked at all. That's how I know boy he's bothered. I be hearing too much through the grapevine, dog, from too many that few. For real. Tons of them. They can even tell you shook. I done dropped 15 clips since then. 4 or 5 streams. Still mad and pressed. I'm just not playing with me, bro. You want the song down, guess what? You got that much of a mother problem with it? Guess what you do, nigga? You bang my line like you was supposed to, and you tell me, hey, Sharp, hey, I ain't feeling none of that. Till then, nigga, mother stand up. It's gonna stay rocking. I still ain't gonna take it down, because we ain't playing them games. Stand on your business, nigga. That's what you did. You played with my name, nigga. You played with my cup. You try to bring ops around, all this extra little weird. Stand on it. Handle your candle and handle your scandal. Don't play, homie. Not everybody playing with you. Yeah, you try to drop some nigga some music and try to thought that's funny, like I wasn't gonna come back, but like, come on, homie, you playing yourself. You're a mark.
Hey man, people take when everything's done with Adam and No Jumper, they take it a little too personal, bro. The only people I could see living there feeling away is probably AD. You know what I'm saying? AD was sticking his neck out a whole lot for Adam 22 intervening and a lot of back and forth and stuff like that, inserting himself and stuff that he really didn't have to. But man, just that's what I got the term. Don't quit your day job. Like, just use it as a stepping stool and get on. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I hate to see Sharp with all the church and all the peace shit go out like this. To be so emotionally engaged in this whole interaction. Similar to what you said, I think like he expected or he's expecting too much, or I don't believe he's Sharp for not expecting what he's going through. For him to be surprised and be expressing so much shock, and I didn't know pimps get down like this. Give a fuck about what another man did to this degree.
Yeah, I wouldn't have took it so personal. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to be a P, and then you ain't rapped in I don't know how long. You got started you back doing something you ain't even do no more.
And now he wants No Jumper to take all his videos down from the 2 years of content that he created on the platform, which I doubt Adam's gonna do that.
He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, but like you said though, at some point it comes to a standstill. You know what I'm saying? The video, it reaches peak and then it comes to a standstill.
Yeah, it gets to a point where a video can make $1,000 in the first month or two, and then as it gets old, it's making cents,
but it's
$1.
Just like me trying to explain to Munchie how intricate the reports we get from StreetTV are and how intimidating it is for me to try to replicate that as a company on my channel. You know what I'm saying? It's no telling who wants to calculate based on their overall what we supposed to be giving a motherfucker we don't even like no more.
But I do those spreadsheets so you can see video by video.
No, I appreciate it, but I just imagine No Jumper has a system that can somewhat replicate that.
Yeah, if they wanted to.
Yeah, so, and if you look at their overall, what they're doing, at this point, if I don't even like you, why would I want to go through the process of breaking down what I don't owe you, but what you deserve?
But he also probably doesn't want him to have the content, the prestige. So if you do a search on Sharp, it's No Jumper's gonna come up.
Only prostitutes look back on decisions they made and said, "Damn, I shouldn't have gotten exploited like that." Not pimps.
Prostitutes take what they made over here and take it to somebody else and move on.
But they're the only ones that look back at their life and say, "Hey, I shouldn't have been exploited that way. I made bad decisions to be exploited that way." That's not what pimps start saying after a stretch of being exploited. You feel me? That's my point. That's more of a prostitute's position. Damn, I got myself in a position where this motherfucker is financially benefiting off of me, and I'm doing all the work, and I'm not satisfied with my cut, and I don't have nothing I can do but get online.
The most viral clips or whatever that's really, I don't think I don't even think Sharp in those. That's probably still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but all the ones.
If he was in that Gay Tony interview.
No, Sharp's biggest moments is going big on females, which works against him because he is yet to give that energy to Adam. With all this content he's doing, responding to all this, he ain't went up on Adam like he went on none of them broads in their face. And with Adam, he's not even in his face, but he's still being so selective with what he decides to say.
But he's also creating a lot of content on his channel that's 80%
No
Jumper related.
And you realize it went from hitting at a certain number when it first started to the impact is over with. It's time to transition.
Yeah, you can't talk about the same thing.
That was it. It ran its course. At first, it was like being comparable to No Jumper numbers for the first couple of weeks. But now it's like, Sharp, that's not going to do it.
Yeah, people got to realize how difficult creating this content and being consistent is. People come and go, come and go, come and go.
If I didn't have so many regular 9-to-5 jobs, and I see the cats at No Jumper recently caught themselves laughing at me for being employed, and I am so grateful. You know, JITA is one of my acronyms, gratitude is attitudes. Yeah, gratitude is the attitude, but they have no idea my experience in the industry and actually being employed. Man, I appreciate my employment so much. Oh, my mama.
All right, man. Another fire episode, Straight Politicking, on all your podcast platforms, Spotify, iHeart, and Apple. If you're on the Apple podcast app, please leave us a rating and review. Ask us a question, and we out.